What made you initially get into trucking as a field?
Yeah. Well, my pop, well, let me go back to my first truck driving job.
Okay.
I didn't have, we're talking about maybe 2012, 2011, 2013, somewhere around that area. So I didn't have a job, right? I was in
Okay.
between jobs and I was looking for a job. And I'm like, okay, well, what is it that I actually enjoy doing, right? I never been to college, right? I don't have a degree or anything like that. So I thought I was like, I love driving. I've always loved driving. I've always been a wheel man, right? My man
Right.
was telling me the other day, he was like, "Yo, man, you remember when we pulled that caper back in the day, and you was the one driving?" Da 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 da. And I'm like, "Hey, I always was the wheel man, huh?"
That's crazy.
But yeah, I looked and I said, you know what, I like driving. I like driving, and so I looked right on Craigslist then and found a driving job right up the street from me, 5 miles away. At the time, I'm right in the middle of a divorce, and my two children, as a result of my first marriage, are with me at this time, going through this divorce as well. They're not staying with their mother; they live with me after we got divorced. So I
Okay.
needed something that was close to the house. I needed something that had the right kind of hours that would allow me to be able to drop my children off, pick them up from school, and all of that good stuff. And I came across a job up the street driving a straight truck, a short truck, like a 26-foot flatbed.
Right.
Did that for a few years, and that was cool because it was just driving. It wasn't stressful at all. And then hang on one second, Maurice,
Yeah,
open
that's
the phone.
fine.
Here's my little man right here beside me.
Okay.
But yeah, then maybe had that job maybe 3 years, and then my dad, he has Parkinson's, and his Parkinson's started to get a little bit worse. And then one day he came to me, he was like, "Look, man, I need you to get your CDL because I'm probably gonna have to get out of the truck." And I went to CDL school, got my license. I was like, "Pop, do I really need to go to CDL school? You could just teach me how to drive." He was like, "Nah, I don't think I can teach you all the stuff you need to know to pass your CDL test." So went to CDL school, got my CDL, came back to work at my job the very next day.
Okay.
They told me, they said the very next day they called all of the drivers in. Now we got one short truck driver, which is me, and about 15, 18 wheeler drivers, all drive for the company. So he calls everybody in the very next morning. He says, "Listen, we got a problem. We done lost our DOT number. We can't run nothing right now. Okay." So he was like, for the next couple of weeks, we got to go around and get all of these trailers straight. And I'll just pay you guys, I'll pay you something. And he said, "Maurice, this don't have to do nothing with you because you're the one that's driving the short truck, and that's the truck that we don't have no problems with." So he said, "You can stick around if you want to." I said, "Well, I just actually passed my CDL test yesterday." He said, "You did?" I said, "Yeah." And he already knew my dad. My dad was coming over there to pick
Right.
up.
Right.
So he was like, "Yo, man, you can go ahead and hop in the truck with your dad if you want to." And that transition from that job worked out real smooth. I got in the truck with my dad,
Mm-hmm.
and from then I've been driving for my father.